now we've got a good friend of ours and Sonicstate regular contributor and all-round good egg. We've got Mr. Gaz Williams, who is actually Bad Workman. I keep because I know him as. Look at this out! What an awesome outfit! Nice one, Gaz. So take it away, mate. You're going to go for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Tomatoes, fennel, spring green, beetroot, purple sprout, spring green, sorrel, onions, celeriac, Brussels sprouts, onions, beetroot, cabbage, carrots, celeriac, Brussels sprouts, beetroot, turnips, spring onions, cabbage, celeriac, cabbage, turnips, spring onions.
So, bad workman.
Bad workman, yes.
Now, wait a second.
Yeah.
So, a bad workman, I've heard,
Yeah.
always blames his tool.
That's right. That's because tonight, man, I tell you what, this flipping thing, it would have been so much better if this didn't work and that, you know, I've got a get-out clause. I've got to get any bad gig, I can blame the tools.
Okay, fantastic. So you're about to tell us that you've had cowboys in. So that was amazing, Gaz. So
okay.
what I felt happened was that you had a lot of lovely polyrhythmic stuff coming in at the beginning, and it all floated in together, and it sort of coalesced in this enormous volcano of sudden coruscating, if I can use that word.
Well, I mean, some of the coruscating came from
Yes, go on, let's see what they're...
nudging things accidentally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like the massive volume spikes are like, that's the thing, a tiny nudge
I got
can cause
excited.
an enormous volume
There was a moment
spike.
there when I went, oh, here we go, yes.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And then it took back down again.
But you almost, it started, it was very complex and beautifully intricate and like little interweaving things. And it welded itself together into this sudden moment where everything suddenly became massively pounding and exciting. And
Yeah.
a bit, I mean, it was already exciting, but you've gone, have you gone a bit techno?
I have a bit, yeah, I have. But the thing is, what I'm trying to figure out at the moment, and I'm going to get there, but is, like, I want to try and bring, like, really nice classical music type harmony in.
Okay.
And, like, key changes. So where there's a drop, it's a key change. And
Yes.
to kind of stage manage that on modular is quite hard.
This is something I noticed because you were changing key quite a lot, and also referring to the classic. Did I hear some choral
Yes.
parts coming in at the end?
I made some chords. I recorded them on a GeForce M-Tron Mellotron plugin, and I created a load of nice chords. I created 12 chords that work really nicely
So
together.
where did they come from?
In the Rample, it's a 4-channel sample player, so I set one channel with like lots of nice chords that I made, and they're my chords, and it was my.
Yes, but are you sort of playing them, like
No, I'm
fading
firing
them in?
No, I'm firing in. Just
Yes.
like put a single step or a number of steps on here and choose the probability, and it will play one of those chords at random.
Oh wow, man! So these are records that you recorded earlier.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like the old.
And then I've played some other notes as well on the other tracks, but higher up and really complementary to the chords.
Yeah.
And then you've got 4 channels out on here, and then so it can play other notes, but you set the probability to low.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
Right.
they're
So
going to play.
occasionally it will only come in very
But
rarely.
they're my notes, so it's compositional
Yeah.
in a strange way.
No, I know they're your notes, Gaz. I'm not. This is what I want to say about what you just did, because it had an enormous journey through it.
Oh, cool.
We had some beautiful moments coming in, and then the sudden coalescing of pounding raw power, and then dispersing again into a world of. Is that what?
That's why. Well, I was hoping to do something a bit like that. I had a.
That
But you know,
local ale is really nice, and I may indeed have missed.
But this-
everything. Oh my God! What is that? That was at the
yeah,
end.
this and the beginning actually. I started with this as well. It is called The Rumble of Ancient Times, and it's
Yes.
from Soma. And do you know what? It's wonderful. It's a beautiful thing. It's like an 8-bit synth, but the thinking when you first start playing with it, you're like, oh, this is a bit lame, or this is a bit crap.
Yeah.
But then you start to
No, so it appears to have few controls.
Exactly. And the choices seem a bit strange. But then when you start to find, it's like an adventure game. It's like a computer game in a way, when you figure out things and you move on to the next level.
And you go, oh.
And it's just like, oh. So I reckon things like this. I reckon computer games have influenced certain synth designs. Look at this. This is designed by Kakos Nonos. And Kakos Nonos is like this really sort of, there's all mystery surrounding Kakos Nonos.
What do you mean mystery?
Well,
Nobody knows who he is.
You have to find that out for yourself.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is
But that's
incredible.
the rumble of ancient times. But that's the thing, when you actually start kind of going into it.
I'm looking through here. So we've got 4 metal pads.
Yeah.
I can see your fingerprints still on them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, these switches, because when you kind of, right, basically, that turns on a voice, or that turns on a voice. And you're a bit like, that feels a bit redundant, having 2 things that can do the same thing. But that's a massive part of it. I don't want to spoil it.
No, don't
It's like
spoil
a
it.
game. It's
But
like there would be
if this is
spoilers
how you
involved.
begun and ended your set, I must say that what a beautiful set of tools you have. And this is
thanks.
clearly... And what a brilliant workman you are.
Oh no, I'm a bad workman.
And what a... One thing's for sure, you're a workman with a light-up helmet. And that has to be said.
Although it does turn itself off. Did it stay lit?
It stayed lit as far as I know, yes. Oh, fantastic. Well, there's the next act beginning.
Next act on.